How's it going, guys? I hope you're doing incredibly well. My name is ArChY. Today we're going to analyze a moment that is very close to launching, which has many advantages that we are going to analyze next. So if you don't want to miss all the opportunities that the crypto market directly brings us, so stay in this video and don't miss any details of what's coming. Coming up next, well guys, the week begins, and with it obviously we're going to analyze a new meme token. In this case, we're going to talk about the Mercat token, which honestly looks quite promising. In fact, it offers a 120% annual return in staking, and it also has games and airdrops via Telegram. And it also features artificial intelligence where you can create your own meme token. It's quite good, and what has impressed me the most in the analysis basis is the presale. The presale is very well defined with this date directly in each round, which we are going to analyze all here. Next, the first thing you need to do before analyzing the project is to decide if you want to visit the page or go directly to the presale. Go directly to the description of this video or the pinned messages to access through an official link. Do not use any link that is not the official one from the platform, as it could directly lead you to a fraudulent page. And to avoid those kinds of issues, go directly to the description and the pinned messages so you can enter in a very secure way. Once this is understood, we would simply need to connect our wallet. How do you do it? Once you enter the page, you have 4 networks to select from: Ethereum, Solana, Binance, or directly the base. Remember that for Solana wallets, always use Phantom, which is the one I most recommend. And in my case, as almost always when I enter the presale, we would directly use MetaMask wallets. For this, we simply go to Connect Wallet, click here. We select the default wallet, which is MetaMask, and click on it. We click on Connect. In my case, I had already connected before, so you will guide it. The connection, simply accept the contracts, and you will be inside the platform. It's that simple. Things I like about this meme token, take a look. An important thing is the phases of rounds that are already set with dates. They are not the typical ones where a batch is filled directly and then they move to the next round phase. And you never know when it will be listed. You never know absolutely anything. Here, everything is practically scheduled, and we are going to analyze it. In fact, we have the start of the presale, which is on March 5th at 5 p.m. UTC, and it will start directly with a value of 0.005 cents of a dollar. And the next sales phase will be on March 20th at 5 p.m. as well. And it will start with a value of 0.0015 cents of a dollar. That is to say, then in this phase, you will already have 1.3 of what was invested in the first phase. And finally, this here is to blow it up. On April 4th at 5 p.m., the last phase of the presale begins, in which the token will cost 0.03. Yes, it's practically 1 for 6. As an important thing, analyze the roadmap and also the tokenomics to know the token distribution and more. In this case, we are going to look at the roadmap. The project was initiated in January 2025, February. They directly made the white paper. Here we are going to see if I can move forward, because this here is a bit tricky. The Telegram mini application is launched, which is already available. You will have it directly on the page. Now I will explain where it is. The presale of Merc staking begins. This, as I said, will start now in February, which we have the date we looked at a moment ago. Then there is the global marketing blitz, which they haven't started yet. Once the marketing kicks off, it's going to be quite explosive, so keep an eye on that part because it pumps a lot. The tokens. Then in March, the listing on CoinMarketCap, listing on CoinGecko, and then comes the launch of the DEX, which happens directly once the presale phase ends in April. Once that concludes, it's the launch on DEX and subsequently the inclusion in CX. So you also need to be analyzing this part here, staying alert to all the news that always comes out from the platform. I know that the roadmap is quite well established, very clear and concise, so they go directly to the points. And this here, well, I really like that they are very clear about the main objective of the project. And maybe, as I mentioned a moment ago, another important thing to analyze is the tokenomics. So let's take a look at the token distribution, which we have directly 6 billion tokens. This is important here, 0% tax when buying or selling the token. And then also the total LP, 100% is locked. This is extremely important, and here you have the contract to copy and analyze. You have the token contract right here. Notice that we have a 7.5% for DEX listing. Development, 5%. Airdrop and marketing, 5% more rewards in staking during the presale, 5% rewards for staking after the presale. There will be 20% allocated to this part here. It's important that you have this clear. Be aware that 20% will be allocated to the reward section after the presale, okay, for staking. Then we have the presale where 50% of the tokens will be directly allocated to the initial presale. And finally, as you can see, the other 7.5% will be directly for the listing on CEX. For those who obviously don't know what a listing on CEX is or how to differentiate it from a listing on DEX, I'll explain it to you. Next, simply put, CEX refers to a centralized exchange, such as Binance, which is a centralized exchange. A listing there would be directly on CEX. And a listing on a DEX platform, which is decentralized, could be, for example, or KX, or it could also be through Bitmart or Bybit. These are platforms that are completely decentralized. That is the only difference. The fiscal control that is directly through the state where the platform is established. Another important thing, as I always tell you, is to follow the social networks of the platforms, as this is extremely important. So directly through Twitter or Telegram to be 100% informed of any type of update. It's important to be part of the project's community if you are going to make an investment, so analyze it completely. Remember to be responsible. When it comes to investing, since it's your money and you can lose it all, just as you can also gain a lot, that's how it works. You can also lose absolutely everything you have, just as you can multiply your earnings, but you have to be responsible when investing and do it on your own. So guys, I've practically explained everything you need to know. Note down these dates here, which are extremely important. Social media is also extremely important. And as I always say, you will have everything in the description so you don't get lost. The date is March 5th when the presale begins. I will upload more videos about this project to analyze it completely and see as time progresses how the presale is going directly. If a lot of investment has come in, we will analyze everything in the future. So that's it guys. I say goodbye, sending you a kiss, a hug. Thank you very much for always being there. And as I always say, see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Now we just see everything we believe.